Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck Spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at MoottyHS's Freeze Mage. Freeze Mage has been something that's popped up pretty recently in this expansion. It's been an archetype for quite a long time, but unfortunately hasn't had a lot of gas behind it, especially since the removal of a lot of the kind of core atypical Freeze Mage cards from Standard, being Ice Block and Frost Ray, the cheap one, the one that deals 4 damage if they're frozen. But it's been a long time since those cards have been around, and we've seen several iterations of a Freeze Mage style card, often called Burn Mage or something like that. The general game plan is to try and control the game a little bit, hit your Alexstrasza, and then have 15 damage worth of burn in your hand to kill them. The most typical way being a double Fireball and a Frostbolt. And I think that's kind of what MoottyHS is trying to do here. We're trying to play controlling. We've got lots of answers. We've got Polymorphs. We've got Doomsayers. We've got Frost Nova to go with those Doomsayers. Blizzards, Flame Strikes, lots of board clears. And then we're going to try to... We can go down the Alexstrasza burn plan, but we've also got other combinations like Khadgar and Power of Creation, Khadgar and Junalai, which we can turn on with our Daring Fire Eater, which is another interesting kind of early game control card. We can hopefully deal with some individually powerful threats. So we've got a couple of routes to victory, which I like. We've even got an Archmage Antonidas in here, and Kalecgos. I think this is the first deck we're playing with Kalecgos in it. We do have a Pyroblast in here for the Kalecgos, but hopefully we can hit another one. So plenty of burn, really playing that old school Freeze Mage style. But I guess the main thing is that we don't have the defensive options that we did have back in the day. So we are going to be leaning on cards like Ziliax, the aforementioned Blizzard and Flame Strikes, and the Nova Doom. As well as an interesting card here, Traveling Healer, a card that I'd very much dismissed early on. I think usually in this slot, if you do need some kind of healing with a body attached to it, most people look at Earthen Ring Farce here because it comes down earlier, which means its body is a bit more relevant because it does come down that turn earlier. But having Divine Shield here, who knows? Maybe that's the secret to this meta. So I'm really looking at going to be looking at Traveling Healer quite a lot to see if it is worth the slot in the deck. Other than that, a lot of this Freeze Mage stuff is going to be not something we've dealt with too often. So we're going to be doing a bit of a learn today, as we usually are. So even if we don't get the wins, hopefully we can figure out exactly what's happening with this kind of Freeze Mage deck, what's happening with these Khadgar decks, and learn what the matchups look like for the deck. So without further ado, let's get in to some games right now. Okay, here we are with MoottyHS's Freeze Mage. Just bringing up the mulligan guide here. Fortunately, it looks like this deck does have about a 40% win rate online. And Pyroblast is one of the highest mulligan win rate cards, which I certainly can't agree with. Yeah, let's just try and do this. So I guess what we're going to be comparing, because this deck has some similar cards to some of the other bigger Mage decks. I guess what we're going to be what we're going to be comparing is the kind of Mountain Giant Power of Creation package versus like Kalecgos, Pyroblast, Junalai, a couple of these other cards. Reporting for duty. Because Mountain Giant Power of Creation is one of the higher win rate. Job done. They're both some of the higher win rate cards for those decks. So taking those cards out of the deck and replacing them with these Kalecgos and other such things. Reporting for duty. Not sure if that's the way to go. We even played the APX Void Tempo Mage deck, which really emphasized the power of that combination. Uh-oh. Our opponent's doing shenanigans.
The end is coming.
Well, let's hope whatever shenanigans they planned get stopped by this Doomsayer. Maybe? Oh, so they got a 2-cost spell and a 1-cost Dread Corsair, sure. Joke's on me!
Unity, precision.
I do need to keep ticking this journal out. But I'm kind of freaked out. Interesting. I used to love playing Freeze Mage back in the day. But the screen has gone all wonky. Oh. My screen has gone all wonky?
Do you like to play with fire?
Let me know what you're talking about there. And I'll endeavour to fix it.
You like my invention?
We could just trade and play Antonidas. No. I think we're good here. Maybe we'll go for Antonidas when we go for these Ray of
I hope
Frosts.
you like my invention.
Maybe? Maybe. I tried Freeze Mage for Brawl once, and all it seemed to do was delay the inevitable. My opponent playing things and then killing me with... yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said about, like, learning exactly how much you can let your opponent get away with and how to use your resources and things like that.
I wonder.
And we're definitely no master of the Freeze Mage, that's for sure. Pretty sure I just wasn't using the resources correctly. Yeah, I think oftentimes that's kind of what the cause is. Our opponent's doing some... Opponent's gonna try and nommy us, right? Is that what's gonna happen? Well, we know what we're doing next turn. We'll just put this Khadgar out. Just freak our opponent out. We don't really need this. What we do need is... Sorry, put this Antonites out. So we can Khadgar, Janalai, or we can Kalagos. Oh, -1 equality.
Reporting for duty.
I do want to kill this. So I don't want to go Khadgar, Janalai, and have our opponent. Maybe we have to do that. Yeah, let's just go.
Band together, united for Dalaran. Turn them to
Okay, now if they've got the equality, they have to have the Consecrate with it as well. Could be the Tice deck with a cat that does 25 damage to this face with a spell. Could be a Holy Wrath, yeah. Could definitely be that. I mean, that would definitely... But I don't think that deck plays Prismatic Lens, does it? Because you risk drawing your Shivala, unless the idea is with the Baleful Banker. You just kind of go off with that.
You call that magic?
I guess we didn't really need to attack, right? The rags would just kill him.
Die, insert. Die, insert.
Yeah, the timeout. Alright.
Reporting for duty.
Unity, precision, perfection.
I feel like our opponent's using all this heal. Guess we have to play something, right?
A little healing goes a long way.
Alright, 2 timeouts done.
Insert. Die, insert.
I didn't know he said that. What? Which Khadgar voice line? What is the voice line? Is the Elag. Okay, so they're going to try and
It's time.
Shivala, then Baleful Banker 3, 2 into the dash, maybe 4.
Let's stash that away.
We might be able to kill our opponent, right?
Reporting for duty.
What to do? What to do?
Welcome to their shore.
Die, insert. Die, insert.
So they could, if they have both the Holy Wraths, they could just like let it rip here. And at best they'll have like a 4 and 7? Well, they missed once, so they can't kill us.
It's time to test your metal. It's
Yes, they do
time
cost 0.
to test your metal.
So the issue is that we die to any attack and we die to the other Holy Wrath. Didn't he use both? Oh, he did use both Holy Wraths. So we need to not die. So we could like Frost Nova Frostbolt. Stops them from having a weapon.
Time runs out on me.
Maybe we just chance it that they don't have a weapon.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance. Die, insert.
Yeah, just chance it that they don't have a weapon. I think this gives us the best chance to win as well, as they might not kill our Kalagos and we can
Well played.
double Pyroblast them. Oh, the Consecrate, right. They definitely had that, so... I guess we should have gone for the Arcane Intellect to try and draw our other, Turtle Man. Interesting. One did 4, the other did 25. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we were pretty dead there, but we did have an out that we should have gone for, and we should have realized that we should have gone for it as well. So GG's, well played to our opponent. Alright, up here against the Shaman. Keep this Frostbolt. We might need it early on for some damage if our opponent's aggressive. But yeah, Nord, you might not have seen because it might have been Been a little bit since the last time I saw you, but we did update all of the sub badges. So we've got a couple of different ones there. We've got a couple of Helios busts. We've got a dolphin. Lots of fun stuff. Alright, so Control Shaman. How do we beat Control Shaman? Not a lot of armor gain there. Do have a lot of healing though, so I don't think we can rely on our Alexstrasza going the distance. Still like his emotes. Thank you. Hopefully we can get a new one soon. The Scoos.
Unity, precision, primitive.
Oof. Spicy earth shot. I like it.
That didn't go as...
The end is coming!
I think seeing what our opponent wants to do with his Doomsay is going to be quite telling. They want to hex it. Oh, the other Earth Shock. Right on. I mean, 2 Earth Shocks is glad we don't have to see him anymore.
Job done.
Not the greatest Flame Strike ever, but at least we deal with both of those Acolyte of Pains in a relatively painless way. Giggling Inventor, what? Not heard that name in many years. Giggling Inventor. Is this Mech Shaman? We're about to get war geared? Maybe it's like a token shaman.
Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the lake, and curse this land.
Go for it. It's gonna be a grindy one, folks. Ooh, the biggest, baddest voodoo. They definitely have a scheme charging up. So how do we bait it out?
I wonder.
Maybe we just go for Alexstrasza here?
I bring life.
And this is such an early Hagathon. Interesting they went for it on its own, rather than a... Yeah, I mean, they could have magnetized it and got the full trade, and they wouldn't have to kill these. Unless they get the... That Pagel. Yeah, let's just go.
We must band together, united for Dalaran!
Wow, these suck.
Are you ready for this?
Job's done.
Ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, definitely could have been better. Oh well. Our opponent's gonna fatigue first. Ugh. Of course. So, if these two stay in play, we'll go for like Blizzard Ping. Seems pretty reasonable. We get to clear our opponent's armor. Even though we've already played out Alexstrasza. But it's a good place to be. Interestingly, we do need to remember that these Ray of Frosts deal 4 damage a pop. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like the fountain. Oh, they're overloaded this turn, so... Oh. Never mind. What colour are my eyes? That's a great question. We'll find out soon. I'll give you a close gander. But let's get through this game first.
A little healing goes a long way.
Once again, we kind of just want to bait out these those Hagatha schemes. Fireball time, yeah. We want to be hopefully picking up those fireballs.
You require my assistance?
Just relax.
Alright. We are fireballed up to the gills. Was that gills? Yeah, I got gills here. These are my gills. Ugh! Weak scheme. Nice. One down.
Spirit of the flame! Turn them to ash!
By fire be purged. Such lovely gills you have? Yeah. That's why they call me the Sludge Slurper.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Oh no.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
I mean, we just killed them, right?
You win this time.
Got him! Interesting. I wonder if that's a good matchup for us. Actually, let's take a look at the matchups over on HS Replay. Up against the Shaman. Not enough data. Seems like it might be an okay matchup for us. We've got enough threats, I think. Either way, GG's. Well played to our opponent. That was a really fun and interactive one. Okay, up here with Moody's Freeze Mage. Keep these two. Hazily Greeny Bluey. Spot on. I like both of these Fire Eaters. I think they pair pretty well against some of the rogue minions, not so much the lackeys. Looks like we've got a Henge Clan Thug incoming. You love how regularly I wear nail polish. I think I could be a bit more attentive to it. I think I don't get it done enough. You gotta work on it. I think I like the color. So our opponent thinks about this. See if they got a sap. Tony looks very fetching in nail polish. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. Oh. Thank you, Jimbo. So kind. Yeah, I think we found the right color. Oh my gosh, this double eviscerate. So we can kill this next turn with a Fire Eater.
Oh, up to no good.
Glad they don't get to deploy this turn.
Welcome to the show.
Do we want a coin here? No, it seems like we need to coin when we have something, when we finally get something powerful. Like, we might want to coin out a Power of Creation or something. Then again, we do have 2 Arcane Intellects. Maybe we'll get to use one next turn. It's going to be a tough one, folks. There's the pick. Very interesting that they're going for the pick. I would have thought that they'd try and get the use the daggers this turn. So it might mean that they don't have too much in the way of like 3, 4, 5 mana minions.
Welcome to the show.
So we've got the Flame Strike. So we might... If our opponent uses the Waggle Pick charge, it's going to be good, but if they don't, then we... We really want them to use the Waggle Pick charge this turn. Darn. So if we Flame Strike, then this lives, and they get to pick it back, which is not good, to say the least.
I wonder.
Unity. Precision.
So yeah, they can have 2 treasures, I guess. There's nothing we can do about that. Oh, they can kill us? They've got 10.
Drink up me hearty!
11. Huh. Okay. Well, if we rip a Blizzard... Our opponent doesn't have any charge minions. Maybe.
Bubble, bubble! Listen! I never fight fear!
Where they return? Attack. It's just not enough healing. Close. We could like Nova, Doom, Traveling Healer, but then yeah, we're just dead to the pick. Maybe that was
A little healing goes a long way.
Be very quiet. Alright, they figured it out. Jeez. All played to our opponent. Marxism got us in the end. How dare they? From uni straight into your home. Let's take a look at the deck. I think the deck is fine. The deck is fine. The deck is fun as well. There's a lot of cool interactions, especially with Khadgar. Always feels good to have that in the deck, but I think it is definitely on a lower power level to a lot of the other Mage decks that we've seen. In particular, the APX Void deck that we've just played. That was very good. And in the past, a lot of the kind of more controlling decks. I think if you are playing Mage, you really want to be doing stuff with Conjurer's Calling. Possibly meaning that maybe Conjurer's Calling is kind of a forerunner to possibly get nerfed. So if you've got any golden ones, keep a hold of them. So you might be in for some dust in the future. Regardless, big shout out to MoottyHS for the deck, of course. If you are watching on YouTube, all the links are available in the description, which you can jump over to the Hearthstone deck article. Give Moody a +1, leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, like I know you will. All of my details are down there as well, including a link over to Twitter. That's the best place to catch me, and a link to my HS Replays affiliate link. So if you want to get HS Replays Premium, you can use that link, and it actually helps the channel out. It helps me out, which I really appreciate. And you can get access to all the best statistics in the game, which I use basically every day to figure out mulligans, to figure out what cards are good and what not. It's always good to have that statistical data to back you up. Regardless, big thanks to everyone for being patient with me as well. So we have been sick for the last 2 weeks, but we're finally back. But without further ado, please stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and I don't know, freeze them, I guess. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.